All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have lesson 1.3, powers and multiples of 10. We have a couple of vocabulary words, I think actually 3 that you're going to have to be familiar with. Multiple, we discussed in class. I'll let you read that for yourself. Skip down to number 3, we have product. Again, you can read that for yourself. Power, again, read that one for yourself. We talked about those things. Number 2, we talked about multiples of 2 being numbers like 4, numbers like 8, because they are the whole number answer to problems that would be multiplied by another number. There's an infinite number of multiples, for every number, because every number can be multiplied by another number, and as we know, numbers go on for infinity. By the way, if I say a word like infinity ever in our videos or in class, and it's not defined or it's not part of our vocab, you have this thing called an iPad. You can always look up what the word infinity means if it's something you don't know. So make sure you use that tool that you now have. We went through a couple of examples. 5, 6, 7, and 8. We said 10 times 2, 20, 100 times 2, 200, 1,000 times 2, 2,000. And what we concluded was that anytime you multiply a number by 10, any number by 10, you simply add a 0. Anytime you multiply a number by 100, you simply add 2 zeros. Anytime you multiply a number by 1,000, you simply add 3 zeros, and so on and so forth. The tricky problem, or not so tricky problem, came in at number 8 when we multiplied a number like 64 times 10. Again, we simply just added a 0. The major thinking for the day came on number 9 when we said, what is a power of 10? And a power of 10 would be 10 raised to an exponent. So in our example, we said 10 to the first, we said 10 to the second, and then we defined it as the number 10 raised to an exponent. Really important when you're dealing with powers and multiples of 10 to understand what the word powers mean, exponents, and what multiples are. A little bit longer of a definition, but as you see on number 1, any number that is a whole number product of a given number. When using powers and multiples of 10, we are doing mental math. Because when you're multiplying by 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, a million, you're simply adding the zeros to the end of that number.